Hello everyone, Tony Selfcare Maven here, and I want to put out a PSA for all women, particularly black women, and is like this. Stop expending your energy educating people, trying to explain yourself to people. You need to leave that in the year that just ended. I tried that. It didn't go well for me. And when that happened, I had a huge aha moment. I was expending and giving away free labor and free access to my energy and me as an individual for free. And we need to get to a point where we're willing to be the villain in somebody's story. Get it? Women have been conditioned for generations to people please, to play nice, to put on a happy face even when you're sad, even when you're upset, even when you're angry. And guess what? I stopped doing that at the end of 2023. I literally closed out the year on that affirmation. No more trying to explain myself or justify myself to other people. No more giving away my free labor, my free energy, my peace of mind to other people to make other people feel more comfortable, to make other people feel better, to even, hold space for people that won't hold space for you. And get over the guilt of being selfish. We need to, in 2024, always have at the front and center of mind this: be self-centered. That's right, you heard me. Be self-centered. Why? Because guess what? There are no rewards for giving from a place of emptiness, from giving away till exhaustion, to expending your energy, to free education and free access to your labor on all planes of existence, whether that's emotional labor, mental labor, intellectual labor, spiritual labor. Stop. Why? Because they don't deserve it. You deserve to be front and center. Make this the year that you live your life, that you really internalize the meaning of self-care. Self-care is not a hashtag. It's not a trend. It's not a momentary thing. Self-care means going inward, focusing on you and setting boundaries. And to a lot of people, your setting boundaries, your self-caring and self-centering is problematic. They're going to call you selfish. They're going to say that you weren't there for them. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. You didn't. Look, each and every one of us has a duty to ourselves and to the universe to fully explore and become the best versions of ourselves. And we can't do that if you're propping up other people, if you're laying on that altar of other people's expectations, if you're sacrificing yourself on the altar of other people's expectations, for other people's dreams, for other people's desires, for other people's wants, for other people's comfort. And if it sounds like a rant, it is, because I was tired of that. 2023 put the final bow on everything, dotted the I, crossed the T of I wasn't doing that anymore. And yes, as a women's self-care and health coach and an entrepreneur, yes, I still work on this. This is an internal journey. This is something when it's comes to self-growth, personal growth, and really becoming the best version of yourself, that's going to be a lifelong journey. We all have milestones in that. We all flourish, and just like a any living thing, like a beautiful tree that has stood the test of time for years on end, for decades, there's a new branch, there's a new outgrowth. There's some parts that fall off, there's some parts that die off, there's some parts that, because of lifing, become injured and heal and become something else. And we as humans are not exempt from those experiences. And consequently, you cannot take ownership of somebody else's growth path, somebody else's pain, somebody else's need for learning. That is not your role. And for anybody else to expect you to carry the burden of their life living and their experiences, it's insanity. And it is a lie and a myth and just bondage that has been fostered on women for generations. And as more and more of us wake up to that and say, hell to the no, I'm not doing that anymore, it's going to make a lot of people uncomfortable, and it's going to make a lot of people angry, upset, maybe even hurt. And why? Because you're triggering them in areas that they themselves need to work on. Guess what? That is not your responsibility. It's one thing when you have young children and you're, pouring into children and everything, but everyone, every individual, every living thing has a point of maturity and responsibility. The onus becomes on those individuals to continue with their journey, their path, their growth and exploration. That is not your job. That is not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to do you, the best version of you. And then, yes, there's some people that decide they want to be the worst that humanity has to offer on the planet. We see that playing out in different parts of the world. Case in point, what's going on in, the Middle East, all of these things, what's going on in parts of Africa. You're going to have people who want to be evil, who want to oppress, who want to destroy. Their comeuppance is on its way. Your thing as a woman should be growing and living your best life, embracing ease, embracing living, embracing joy, embracing every aspect of this life. And for us Black women, we're long overdue. And guess what? Those that's gonna be unhappy about it gonna be unhappy, because this is a this is a year of power and unfolding of truths and transformation. And not everybody can go. Why? Because not everybody is ready to go. And so I just, want to put that out there and encourage anyone who's experiencing, any Black woman, any woman who's experiencing those points of friction, know that those are indicators that you're on your journey. And it's also, too, letting you know there are some things you're going to have to release. You're going to have to let go. And I personally, too, had to, after I made efforts to do certain things, try to not transform so much as recover certain things. I had, revelations that, guess what? You're going to have to let that go. You're going to have to leave that where it is. And you're going to have to be okay with that in order for you to grow and to take advantage of upcoming opportunities and live life to the fullest. And yes, focus and center on self. And so I encourage every woman to become undomesticated, to break free of the shackles of bondage that conditioning, social cultural conditioning, has, bound us in for so many generations and arguably, centuries. It's time to stop, to get off that hamster wheel going nowhere. So I just wanted to remind you of that before this winter storm kicks in here in the Midwest. As you can see, I'm all bundled up and I'm just making a quick little run to go pick up some stuff. And make sure you follow and hit the subscribe button, because there are, if you've been watching my stories, some transformations and some surprises coming coming your way. I'll be sharing with you some things that are going on my own personal journey. Very exciting. Some of it is uncomfortable, but it's time to grow again. And it's exciting. It's nerve-wracking at some points, but I'm really, really ready. And I'm going to celebrate that. And I'm going to take you on that journey with me, because I want every Black woman out there, regardless of your circumstances, regardless of where you think you are right now, transformation is accessible to you. Self-care is accessible to you. If there's anyone telling you that you can't focus on yourself, that you can't center yourself, they're lying. And they're lying. Why? Because it benefits them for you to be stuck where you are. Don't accept that lie. Don't accept that lie. Till next time, Tony, the Self-Care Maven, signing off. Make sure you hit the notification buttons and make sure you follow me on YouTube, Tony, the Self-Care Maven. And that's where I'll be dumping more content. I'll be sharing more. I'll be discussing. I'll be providing more tips and strategies for self-care for real women who are living real lives and lifing, and not the influencer version of self-care that's out there, that trend. Yeah, we don't do that in this place. So till next time, bye.